Titanic, the true story of the unsinkable ship that sank on its first voyage. Imagine boarding the most luxurious ship ever built. You're told it's the safest ship in the world, so advanced that many believe it could never sink. But just 4 days later, you're fighting for your life in the freezing Atlantic Ocean. This is the true story of the RMS Titanic. In the early 1900s, the world was obsessed with bigger, faster, and more luxurious ocean liners. Built by the White Star Line, Titanic was one of the largest passenger ships ever constructed. Stretching nearly 269 meters, 882 feet long, it featured elegant dining halls, grand staircases, electric elevators, a swimming pool, and luxurious cabins unlike anything seen before. People called it a miracle of modern engineering. Although the company never officially claimed the ship was unsinkable, the public widely believed it was one of the safest ships ever built. On 10 April 1912, Titanic departed from Southampton, England, carrying more than 2,200 passengers and crew. On board were millionaires, immigrants seeking a new life in America, families, workers, and children, all sharing the same dream of reaching New York. For the first few days, everything went smoothly. But on the night of 14th April 1912, several nearby ships warned Titanic about dangerous ice ahead. Despite these warnings, the ship continued through the North Atlantic at high speed. At 11:40 p.m., lookouts spotted a massive iceberg directly ahead. The crew reacted immediately, attempting to turn the ship and avoid a collision. It wasn't enough. The iceberg scraped along the ship's starboard side, tearing open several compartments below the waterline. Titanic had been designed to stay afloat if up to 4 watertight compartments flooded. This accident damaged at least 6. The ship's chief designer, Thomas Andrews, quickly realized the heartbreaking truth. Titanic was going to sink. The captain ordered lifeboats to be prepared. But there was one major problem. The ship carried only 20 lifeboats, enough for about half the people on board. At the time, this met outdated safety regulations, but it was nowhere near enough for everyone. As panic spread, many passengers refused to board the first lifeboats because they believed the enormous ship was safer than a small boat floating in the dark ocean. Others had no chance at all. The famous instruction of women and children first was followed in many areas of the ship, though not perfectly everywhere. Passengers in third class faced greater difficulty reaching the boat deck, partly because of the ship's layout and confusion during the evacuation. As the hours passed, the bow sank deeper into the icy water. Just after 2 a.m. on 15th April, the stern lifted high into the air. Then, under tremendous stress, the ship broke apart. At approximately 2:20 a.m., Titanic disappeared beneath the Atlantic Ocean. More than 2,500 people lost their lives, many dying from hypothermia in the freezing water within minutes. Only about 700 people survived, rescued later by the nearby passenger ship Carpathia. The disaster shocked the world. Investigations found that several factors contributed to the tragedy: traveling too fast through an ice field, insufficient lifeboats, communication failures, and safety rules that had not kept pace with the size of modern ships. The sinking of Titanic changed maritime history forever. New international safety laws required enough lifeboats for everyone on board, improved emergency drills, and better radio communication. The International Ice Patrol was also established to monitor icebergs in the North Atlantic and help prevent future disasters. For more than 70 years, the wreck remained hidden beneath nearly 3,800 meters, 12,500 feet of water. In 1985, explorer Robert Ballard and his team finally discovered the wreck, lying in 2 main sections on the ocean floor, where it remains today as both a historic site and the resting place of more than 1,500 victims. More than a century later, the Titanic continues to fascinate the world, not just because a great ship sank, but because it tells a timeless story of ambition, courage, sacrifice, and the consequences of overconfidence. If you had been on board that night, what decision do you think would have given you the best chance of survival? Share your thoughts in the comments and follow Chronicle Vault for more unforgettable stories from history.